Greetings, Jeepers! Today's project that we got going is we're going to install this new shift tower, drop it on top of the T-90 transmission, and we'll show you how to line up these forks so that they're in the correct position. And what we're going to do first, clean up the base of the shifting plate here before we put some gasket sealant on there. Clean it up, get the dust off it, just a little bit of acetone, just to make sure we have a good seal when we bolt it all together.
Next, you want to get your shift tower gasket here, and we'll just use some number 2 forma gasket, and we'll just gasket seal the gasket all the way around, and then we'll put that onto the shift tower. We also put a little bit of gasket sealer along this face right here on the shift tower, and then we'll put the gasket on top. Try to get the holes line up with the screwdriver, as you see as we're doing. And now we'll put more gasket sealer on this face of the gasket. Using some acetone here to wipe off the metal. Put some gasket sealer along this transmission right here where the shift tower will go.
What we're going to do here is add our gear oil just before we finally get the shifter on, but it's very important to use the GL4. It's an 80-90 weight, and particularly GL4s, if you kind of read the back of it, it will not harm yellow, brass, bronze, copper, or other soft metals such as synchronizers, thrust washers. And in these old T90s, that's exactly what we got. So the GL4 is what you want to use. It also says will not harm other components typically found in classic manual transmissions. Contains no friction modifier. One other thing, not for use in applications requiring GL5. So GL4 is the one you want, 80-90 weight. And we're going to add this into the top of the transmission.
This is just so the transmission is not dry when we first get this thing going.
Takes 3 pints according to the manual. So 1 quart is 2 pints. So we will top it up underneath a little later.
When you're dropping in the shift tower here, these forks right here have to line up with these grooves right here. And the larger fork will go onto this groove where my finger is. And then the smaller fork will go into this groove right here. And it should just drop right in very easily. And if you're having a hard time, something's probably wrong. And now you just get the forks to line up as best you can. Make sure you put gasket sealer onto all the bolts as well, because these threads are actually threaded straight into the transmission. You don't want oil migrating up the bolts. We'll just do that to all 6 bolts here. And they are 3/8 by 3/4 long with a lock washer. Tighten all the bolts kind of snug and then go in a crisscross to tighten them up more because you want to put even pressure onto the shift tower. Now we're going to use a torque wrench here just to finish it off. We have it set to 15 foot-pounds. Tighten them up in a crisscross pattern. That is how you install the shift tower into a 1947 CJ to a Willys Jeep.